Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This one is a very, very important information. Peter Obi have tendered his unreserved apology to the Biafrans over his comment that Biafra died 53 years ago or 54 years ago, according to him, during when they are doing their campaign of becoming the Nigerian president. He don't know that he can never. Even vice presidential ticket, they will never give it to him. Even if they give him vice presidential ticket, he will be like Shetima, that will be docile. So I don't know what this old man is still doing there. Anyway, former Governor Peter Obi's public appeal for the prompt release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a measure to rescue Nigeria from further moral and reputational decline. This one is coming from IPOB spokesperson Emma Powerless. Reno Omokri should desist from fanning ethnic flames that will cause ethnic crisis, because Reno Omokri have stepped in to become that idiot that is causing ethnic division all the time. Is the northern political exploration of the Yoruba people a temporal arrangement or a lasting alliance, according to the poster of this news? But let's not just dwell on this too much. Let us just hit the ground running, because there's no time to tell time. So please like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. Oh yeah, let's go there, my people. There's no time to tell time. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, under the supreme leadership of our incarcerated leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, notes with cautious optimism the recent public comments and apology made by Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate and the former governor of Anambra State, in which he unequivocally called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also tendered his unreserved apology over his comments some years ago that Biafra died 53 or 54 years ago. Okay, stating that there is no justification for his continued detention because, according to him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent until today. Okay, Mr. Obi's remarks are not only timely but also reflect a voice of reason and restraint amidst the defining silence and cowardice many political actors particularly from the southeast, who have chosen self-preservation and political correctness over truth and justice. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has on many occasions in the past criticized Peter Obi in a very strong and unfiltered terms, consistent with his principled stance against Nigeria's political establishment, he is worth acknowledging that Mr. Obi never responded in kind. Instead, he has consistently maintained a dignified silence, refusing to allow personal attacks to cloud his sense of justice or moral duty. Indeed, we recall with appreciation that Mr. Obi was among the few prominent politicians who defied fear and political pressure to attend the funeral of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's parents in Afaruku, Ibegu, at a time when the Nigerian military was harassing mourners and many high-profile individuals shamefully stayed away. Peter Obi's quiet presence was a rare demonstration of empathy and courage. IPOB wishes to state clearly that while we are not part of Nigeria's political system and do not seek validation from it, we recognize sincere gestures when they are made. Mr. Peter Obi's call is not only a personal expression of conscience, but also a tact acknowledgement of the glaring illegality and injustice that underpins the continued detention of and persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, very own person. Okay, let it be made abundantly clear. We're not going to listen to this part very well. This matter is now before the Federal High Court under his leadership, Justice James Omotosho, where all evidence, testimonies, and failed attempt by the Nigerian state to manufacture a case against our leader have been laid bare rest. Since 2015, let's take it this way, the Nigerian government has amended its charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu no fewer than 9 times in what can only be described as a desperate trial and error persecution. In 2021, the government abandoned even the facade of illegality by criminally abducting our leader from Kenya in violation of international laws, Kenya's Constitution, Nigeria's Extradition Act, and the African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights. Former Governor Peter Obi is recognized correctly that Nigeria has nothing to gain and everything to lose by continuing this illegal detention. His call for a political and legal resolution is not only aimed with global best practices, it is an effort to save Nigeria from deeper moral and reputational bankruptcy. The IPOB leadership retreats our positions. We believe in the rule of law and have consistently submitted to judicial process. We urge James Omokri to rise above political pressure and deliver judgment based solely on the facts and law before him. We call on all people of good conscience within and outside Nigeria to support the call for the immediate and unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. To those who continue to fuel this unjust persecution driven by ethnic hatred, ignorance, or foreign allegiance, we remind them that truth is resilient and justice, though delayed, will ultimately prevail. Let it be known that Mr. Peter Obi has by his statement shown that common sense, integrity, and moral clarity still exist in Nigeria's suffocating political space. It is now up to others, especially those from the southeast, to find the courage to do what is right, not what is convenient. Comrade Emma Powerless, media spokesperson and publicity secretary for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also IPOB. Hashtag Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Free BIAFRANS now, hashtag Biafra referendum now, and hashtag self-determination is not a crime. Reno must stop fanning the flames of ethnic crisis. In a country already grappling with insecurity, poverty, and ethnic tensions, public commentary must be measured, patriotic, and rooted in truth. Unfortunately, Reno Omokri, a former presidential aide turned internet provocateur, has become a reckless voice, stirring ethnic sentiments and playing a divisive game that threatens the fragile peace millions of Nigerians strive daily to preserve. His recent attack on Mr. Peter Obi over an interview with Shane Okunbaloye of Channels Televisions is not only baseless, it is irresponsible and inflammatory. In that interview, Peter Obi remarked that the controlled detention and trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not make any sense and retreated the need for a political solution to resolve the crisis in the southeast. Rather than engage Peter Obi's statement with a reason or patriotic concern, Reno chose to unleash his trademark smear tactics, weaponizing the memory of slain security operatives and warning the North against supporting Obi. This is not public discourse. This is ethnic blackmail, pure and simple. Let us be clear. Reno is not a public figure. He is not a statesman. He is not a thought leader. He is a puppet for aspire political interests, a scavenger hopping from one controversy to another, hoping to stay relevant. Reno talks from both sides of his mouth, pretending to defend democracy while promoting tribalism and misinformation. A man who consistently criticizes Nigeria's problems from the safety of a foreign country has no moral standing to preach patriotism or national security. His loyalty is not to the people, but to political godfathers and foreign currencies. Reno is a keyboard warrior masquerading as a concerned citizen while sowing seeds of ethnic hatred and division. Political solutions are not a betrayal of justice. They are a path to restoring peace. Nigeria has, and time again, applied political settlement to resolve internal crises. Amnesty for Niger Delta militants, rehabilitation programs for allied terrorists in the north, presidential pardons for politicians and generals with more grievous offenses. Why then is Peter Obi's suggestion for a political solution to the Southeast crisis seen as dangerous. The truth is Reno Omokri knows that Obi's call for dialogue is rooted in wisdom, not weakness. But because Reno survives on division, he spins truth into treason. Reno's call on the North Nigeria to reject Obi because based on ethnic and emotion is both desperate and disrespectful. Northern voters are not pawns. They are citizens with agency, intelligence, and a deep sense of justice. To suggest they should not vote or rather vote out of vengeance or fear is an insult to their dignity. Nigeria does not belong to any tribe or region. It belongs to all Nigerians. Political power should be based on competence, vision, and credibility, not cheap tribal manipulations. Reno Omokri must be warned. His constant attempt to incite one region against another are dangerous and unpatriotic. Nigeria is bleeding. Our people are suffering. This is not the time to pour fuel on an already burning fire. If he cannot use the platform to promote peace, let him step aside and stop pretending to be a voice of reasoning. His silence will do the nation more good than the divisive rhetoric he peddles for likes, clout, and crumbs from his political masters' tables. The last but not the least, is the northern political exploration of the Yoruba people a temporary arrangement or a lasting alliance? In the ever-turning well of Nigerian politics, alliance shift like desert winds, but an alignment continues to provoke intense debates and suspicions. The Northern's political use of Yoruba bloc, is this alliance a genuine bond or of national unity, or a calculated marriage of convenience that serves northern dominance at the expense of southern self-determination? To answer this, we must examine both history and the present, dissecting the facts, figures, and strategic betrayals that have defined the relationships between Nigeria's core north and the southwest. The seeds of this alliance were sown in 1950s when northern political leaders, especially Sir Ahmadu Bello and Sir Tafawa Balewa of the Northern People's Congress (NPC), aligned with Chief Obafemi Awolowo Action Group (AG) to form regional pacts to restore power from the colonial authorities. However, this alliance soon frayed. By 1962, the AG had been weakened by internal crisis and federal pressure, culminating in the imprisonment of Awolowo under a suspicious treason charge, an action widely seen as endorsed, if not orchestrated by the North-dominated federal power. Despite this, the alliance re-emerged in different forms over the decades, most notably during the military era, where power consistently shifted between northern military officers while prominent Yoruba figures are either co-opted or silenced. Perhaps no episode illustrates northern politics' use of Yoruba better than the 1993 presidential selection. Moshood, Kashimawo, Olawale, MKO, Abiola, a Yoruba businessman and politician, overwhelmingly won what was widely considered Nigeria's freest and fairest election. Yet, the same military power structure dominated by northern generals annulled the election and jailed Abiola until his death in 1998. This event triggered a massive unrest in the southwest and exposed the fragility of the North Yoruba alliance. It proved that the North was willing to partner with Yoruba when it served their political interests, but would discard that alliance when power consolidation was threatened. Fast forward to 2013 to 2015, the birth of the All Poverty Congress (APC) was held as a merger of progressive across North and South. The core of this coalition was between Muhammadu Buhari's Northern Political Machine, CPC, and Bola Tinubu's Southwest Political Empire, ACN. The Yorubas were promised change and political relevance. But 8 years under Buhari's rule told a different story in several ways. Appointments, according to data from the National Bureau of Statistics and Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, over 70% of key federal appointments during Buhari's tenure went to northern Muslims. Yoruba leaders, despite their role in APC's rise, found themselves sidelined. Security Southwest governors were forced to create a Amotoku regional security outfit due to the federal government inaction on banditry and header-related violence issues seen as linked to northern political interests. Economic marginalization. The Southwest, a hub of innovation and entrepreneurship, saw little infrastructural or industrial investment compared to the North under Muhammadu Buhari. Yet, despite this record of imbalance, the alliance was revived again in 2023, this time with Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself at the center. Bola Tinubu's ascent to the presidency was on the surface a Yoruba victory, but critics argue that his win was enabled largely by northern political calculation. The immediate post-election alignment showed the North return from firm control over critical federal layers: defense, intelligence, judiciary, and internal security. Northern elites, notably from the Arewa Consultative Forum and Northern Elders Forum, have continued to assert influence on Tinubu's policies, with calls to reverse subsidy removal and curb economic policies that affect the North disproportionately. There are clamors from the North for Tinubu's presidency to just be a 4-year window before power returns to the North. This is clear explanation that the North only aligns with Yoruba for their selfish reasons. If that happens, it will only affirm a growing belief that the North uses the Yoruba when power is threatened and discards them once dominance is secured. Many Yoruba intellectuals and political observers have asked, why do our leaders keep aligning with the North when history shows it rarely ends well? The answer may lie in political elitism, where Yoruba political elites, particularly those benefiting from North patronage, prioritizes access to federal power over ethnic interests. Internal division. The Southwest lacks a unified political voice like the North bloc voting behavior, making them vulnerable to external manipulations. Economic leverage. The federal structure concentrates economic controls at the center. Whoever controls Abuja controls access to oil revenue, security, and patronage networks. Judging from Nigeria's post-independence history, this alliance is best described as a transactional partnership masquerading as national unity. It is neither permanent nor rooted in mutual respect, but rather forged in election season and quickly discarded once victory is secured. In the North, Yoruba political dynamic, history repeats because it is allowed to, until Yoruba leaders prioritize genuine autonomy and regional development over fleeting federal favors. They will continue to be pawns in the North political chessboard. The challenge is clear. Will the Yoruba rise to redefine the terms of engagement, or will history repeat itself once more? This is a question that left for everybody to answer, including I myself. But unfortunately, I am not a Nigerian, and I am a BIAFRANS, so I have no answers to their political questions or their political brouhaha. Let's just end it here. Let's call it a day. More of these videos is coming your way as you are watching. Please kindly drop your opinion at the comment section. Like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos. And I will hear my voice again when I come back. Okay, Messiano.